neither seen and I am in Atlantic City. जी हाँ, मैं Atlantic City में आई हूँ. I know यहाँ पर बहुत से casinos हैं, बट वहाँ पर बाद में जाएंगे. लेकिन आपको हम लेकर आए हैं गांधी म्यूजियम. जी हाँ, Mahatma Gandhi's museum has been built right here in the Atlantic City in the Dangerous outlets. जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर गांधी Eternal Gandhi Peace Center इसका नाम दिया गया है and it's started by Aditya Birla Group. अंदर जाके बात करते हैं और जानते हैं more about this museum. So let's go inside.
Welcome all to this grand inauguration of the Eternal Gandhi. We call it the Eternal Gandhi Peace Center. So it's an interactive digital multimedia depiction. It's a museum. The main reason of having a multimedia museum is that children today, we felt that there is a dire need of getting our children today know something about Mahatma Gandhi and the values with which he led his entire life. But children today would find it very boring to go to a museum where there are only dry pictures or drab items placed here and there. So what we felt is let them go through a voyage in a very enlightening manner and a refreshing manner to understand what our country was, to understand at what cost we got our freedom, to understand a way into the life of our leaders, into a digital interactive way. So this, I'll start with the ashram story. This here is an actual depiction of the ashram at Sabarmati. Actual depiction with windows and doors and pillars, and you can go around, you will find this. When you touch any pillar, it opens up into an aspect of the ashram life. You can hear about the ashram life, what people have to say about the ashram.
It has an audio.
It has an audio. You touch another pillar, it goes into another aspect of the ashram life of Gandhiji. So it goes on to speak things about the ashram life. So that's why we call this the ashram story.
And how long is this story?
So this story is various pillars, so 5 minutes each. There are people speaking about various aspects of the ashram life, how Gandhiji led his life in the ashram, what he used to do from the morning till the evening. This is not yet connected, but this is Radio Gandhi. There will be a headphone. So when you put this on, this installation, you can turn the dials of a radio to hear Gandhiji's speeches in his own voice. So we have taken it from the archives, National Archives.
Oh wow, okay.
Again here, it is still being uploaded. So this is called the e-harmonium, electronic harmonium. When you play any key, we have a specific video shot at Fatehpur Sikri. So the bhajan Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram in a Sufi style is called the Raghupati xylophone.
Oh wow, in the shape of boat.
No, it is a xylophone, yes. And when you play this, I'm sure you must have heard of Raghupati Raghav Raja.
Of course.
So when I play this, just listen.
बचपन से सुन रहे हैं.
Just listen.
Of course.
The idea behind this is that, okay, now the signal has gone, but the moment you play the right notes, the picture over here assembles into the complete picture. Again, here, it's not yet connected, these are charkhas. E-charkhas we call them. So when you move the charkha, so the video plays where from one charkha to other charkha the cloth weaves, and that's how Gandhiji wanted to unite India and to have the self-sufficiency. So he wanted people to become self-sufficient. So from one charkha to the other charkha, from one corner of India to the other corner of India, we have something called the stambh. Stambh means pillar. So this depicts the 11 vows which Gandhiji took. It says here the 11 vows for the Satyagrahi.
Okay. So what are those
vows? So when you move one vow, one circle, the video will play which vow that was. When you turn the other one, it will play another valve. So there are 11 circles. It's a kaleidoscope when
Oh
kids
my
go
God,
down.
absolutely. I remember that. We used to watch in the movies.
Yes. This here is a prison. This depicts the life in prison. Gandhiji used to write his memoirs, his diaries
Yes.
while in the prison. So the projector over there is playing his handwriting, writings, what he was writing. But because of the light, we can't see that. Otherwise, when it's completely dark, you will see actual writing. He is writing with a ball pen, so the words on the diary. And then his signature. We call it the timeline browser. So this starts from the early years. And when you walk with this, it will go into the timeline for his South Africa, what happened after that. And you can hear something about this on the headphones.
It's matching from
So pictures
yes,
which are
yes.
like
This is
up,
all
up
pictures
there
over
are-
here. You
are-
can see over here in
So
large.
this when he became an attorney,
You have
when he
all
started
these
writing.
archives.
Yes. So this is called the timeline. When he was called the Mahatma, the making of the Mahatma. Here again is an installation called the design of the route. Now you must have learned about or studied about the Dandi Yatra, the famous Dandi Yatra. Dandi Yatra was nothing else but he wanted to come out of the brutal laws of the British government, which prevented the common man to even make their own salt out of seawater. Such a simple thing. So he traveled for hundreds of kilometers, passing through 48 villages, and when he came to Dandi beach, he just picked up a pinch of salt. So when you pick up the pinch of salt here on the screen, you will have the entire Dandi Yatra, from which place to which place he went. So this is just a sensor where you pick up something and
Okay, and that will go up there on that screen. Interesting.
here we call it a shadow charkha. So again, this is a giant screen. It is still working, but because of the light, we can't see. So when you touch this charkha, the shadow of the charkha will start growing, and from this end to that end, it will weave into cloth. So that is how he thought that I should unite India. Indians should be united.
Right.
They're doing something for their own.
I'm a founder of Ideal Institute of Technology. We run the biggest at-risk youth program in a state of New Jersey. We serve 16 to 24-year-old Atlantic County at-risk youth who are justice involved, predominantly African American, who are involved with the gun violence, drugs. We help them get into the career. So I'm involved with the Gandhian Society for last 4 years. When we did the event in a convention center, Gandhi Going Global. So I visited. Butala uncle is like my grandfather. So I'm his lifelong volunteer.
Don't call him grandfather front of him, by the way.
He's
still-
okay.
He's still 24.
Yeah. So, but we're super excited when we're talking about Birla Group interested in giving us this replica of the museum. And we were looking for the places. I recommended that Atlantic City we get 20 million visitors a year. That's the best place to showcase Gandhiji and Gandhi's work. And when we talked to the mayor of Atlantic City, who will be here at the inauguration today, all the board of education folks and a council, they were super excited. We have a one-of-a-kind African American Heritage Museum also in Atlantic City. We partner with the Martin Luther King Commission. That's an initiative of the New Jersey Department of States. So they have donated us and loaned us the replica, Dr. King statue, some books, some materials, and we're working on getting more and more memorabilia from commission also. We are building a prayer room, meditation room. We will be offering a conflict resolution workshops, meditation workshops. We have lots of schools in South Jersey interested doing the field trips here. So
That is
the
the
school's
best
gonna be
thing to
coming
do.
in,
Awesome. That's a great thing.
and this one, the whole museum will be run by our students. So all the at-risk youth involved with Ideal Institute of Technology, they will be running and explaining the history to the guests.
That's
So museum is
awesome.
free for everybody to enter, and it's open 7 days.
Did you spend some time with your grandfather, Mahatma Gandhi?
I spent 2 years, the last 2 years of his life,
How old were you at that time?
between 12 and 14.
You were 14
2
years
years.
old. So tell me, what are your memories which you cherish till today?
He had a lot of sense of humor and it was just wonderful. And the things that he taught me at the time made a very big difference in my life. A great pleasure for me to be here to inaugurate this exhibit. I've seen it in India, but it's good to see it around the world so that the message can go out to many people. I had the great pleasure of living with Bapuji for 2 years between the age of 12 and 14 and learning a lot of things from him at that time that made a very big difference in my life. I won't say that I was so brilliant that at the age of 12 I could understand his philosophy, but he had a way of teaching little things that made a big impact. I grew up in South Africa, where there was a lot of prejudice and hate, and at a very early age, at the age of 10, I was beaten up by whites, and then I was beaten up by blacks, because one thought I was too white and the other thought I was too black. And I got very angry and wanted to fight back. And that's when my parents decided it was time to go to India and give me the chance to stay with grandfather and hopefully learn something from him.